And welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 500,000 subscribers. Let's get there. Hit subscribe, watch, comment, and share if at least you like what you see, because the stupidity here, it's never going to stop. The stupidity in D.C., it is boundless. Think about last night. Trump finally held that highly anticipated memecoin dinner at his golf club in Virginia. And boy, oh boy, did it cause quite the stir. You know, what was the stir? Well, people are curious. I'm curious who was attending the dinner, as it's pretty obvious that it is a bribe. Now, I want to show you a quick article breaking down who was there and how much money Trump and the family ultimately made. Everyone wants to know who was at Trump's secretive dinner. In it, it turns around and says mystery surrounds the identities of the people who attended Donald Trump's black tie VIP dinner on Thursday night, held at the president's golf club in Virginia. Entry to the exclusive event required the purchase of the Trump meme coin. Since the launch of the crypto coin in January, Trump-affiliated businesses have received, this is true, over $312 million from crypto sales and $43 million in total fees, according to an investigation by the Washington Post. It further goes on to say, NBC News cited calculations from analytics company Nansen that the 220 guests had spent $394 million on the Trump coin, meaning $1.78 million was the average figure diners had spent on the cryptocurrency. Further, it turns around and says most of the guest list remains a secret, although former basketball player Lamar Odom, marketing director Nick Pinto, and crypto investor Ogle were among the diners. Crypto billionaire Justin Sun was also present. He claimed to be the top purchaser of Trump on his social media accounts. Sun had been under investigation by the Securities and Exchange Commission over claims of market manipulation. Here's something interesting. In February, the SEC requested a court stop the case against Sun. And finally, it turns around and it says, the top 25 investors were invited to a special pre-dinner reception and tour, although details of the tour were not listed on the Trump website. Now look, we have to look at Caroline Leavitt's presser yesterday, because she really sparked the debate when claiming that because Trump was doing this dinner on his personal time, it basically wasn't the American public's business to know any of these answers. Play the clip.
On the president's dinner tonight, will the White House commit to making a list of the attendees public so people can see who's paying for that kind of access to the president?
Well, as you know, Garrett, this question has been raised with the president. I have also addressed the dinner tonight. The president is attending it in his personal time. It is not a White House dinner. It's not taking place here at the White House. But certainly I can raise that question and try to get you an answer for it.
Okay. And
yeah. Meanwhile, another reporter pointed out how this is obviously a way for Trump to enrich himself. Play that clip.
And just following up on the dinner tonight, you mentioned this is not a White House dinner, but the president is always the president, and the Trump family is making money off of this. So can you just explain, how is this not the president using the office to enrich himself?
All of the president's assets are in a blind trust, which is managed by his children, and I would argue one of the many reasons that the American people reelected this president back to this office is because he was a very successful businessman before giving it up to publicly serve our country.
Okay. Meanwhile, Caroline tries to convince the public that Trump would never, ever stop, would never profit off his business while he's president. Play that clip.
It's absurd for anyone to insinuate that this president is profiting off of the presidency. This president was incredibly successful before giving it all up to serve our country publicly. And not only has he lost wealth, but he also almost lost his life. He has sacrificed a lot to be here, and to suggest otherwise is frankly completely absurd.
Does the White House have
Again, she's so adamant about the talking points. Let me paint the picture for you. Something that I do in my Substack post of today. Let me paint this picture for you. Tuxedos, luxury SUVs, former NBA basketball star with a meme coin to peddle. Welcome to Trump's crypto gala. I mean his personal time. See, that's what they're calling this, personal time. As if the President of the United States is entitled to moonlight as a meme coin influencer when he's not busy playing dictator cosplay from the West Wing. I mean, this is Trump's latest con. And we have to stop right there. Stop pretending that it is anything else. It is a digital token that, like most of his business ventures, is based on smoke, mirrors, and the blind faith of people who should know better. I mean, at this little private dinner, 220 people, $1.8 million a clip, Trump National Golf Club. I mean, we're talking about 1.8 million started showing up to this thing. Classic pump and dump as 6%. The stock dipped. This meme coin dipped 6% as the attendees were showing up. I mean, this is as crazy and as stupid as, I don't know, watching your cousin flipping fake Rolexes at your wedding. I mean, look, Kevin Hassett then went on CNN. And of course, to defend the indefensible and to discuss this extremely controversial dinner. Play the clip.
I want to just ask you about this dinner tonight. President Trump is going to host hundreds of people who purchased millions in his meme coin. Today, you heard the press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, say that he's doing this in his personal time, at his private club. But tomorrow, the top 25 people who spent the most money on his meme coin are eligible for a private tour at the White House. Are you comfortable with this dinner and these tours, which are likely to go to a number of wealthy foreigners?
Everything that the president's done has been carefully scrutinized by White House counsel, and they've given him the guidance that that's okay, and that's enough for me.
So, but what do you say to Americans who are watching this and who are concerned that a president is sort of using the office to enrich himself at the business and having this dinner with foreigners who are giving all of this money, and the White House is not even releasing a list? Do you understand why Americans are concerned? What do you say to them?
Look, the American people voted for President Trump because they know that he puts America first. He's putting America workers first. It's why we're getting the $1,700 to overtime workers, the $1,700 for people earning tips. And then we haven't even started talking about all the people who aren't going to get taxed on their Social Security. And so everybody in America knows that President Trump puts Americans first.
Well,
that's why they voted for him.
There are still Americans who are watching that and concerned. They want to know who was there. They want more transparency from this White House. But Kevin Hassett, thank you very much for your time. I do appreciate it. And
let me be very clear, and I hope it's clear to you as well. Did you hear the talking points by Kevin Hassett? Identical to Caroline Leavitt. Why? Because as I know better than anyone, I was there. I've seen them. I was responsible in part for some of them. Every morning they go out. Every morning, these are the talking points that the Republicans, anybody going on television, any surrogate, must repeat. Trump is all about the American people. And I want to get something straight. Here they believe that the president is allowed to host a cash for access gala, to rake in crypto fees, and to pose behind a podium with the presidential seal on it, all while calling it personal time. My friends, that's not just corrupt. It's absurd. As I write this in my Substack, it's the kind of Orwellian sleight of hand that would make a banana republic blush. And still, people are shocked. She's shocked. I'm shocked. You're shocked. Come on. This is Trump we're talking about. It's not hypocrisy. It is the business model. And again, late last night on CNN, MAGA defender Batya Ungar-Sargon claimed that Trump supporters don't think that he can be bribed easily. Play the clip.
Here's how I'm thinking about it, Abby. No one who voted for him, I don't think, thinks that he is a person who can be bribed easily. Certainly after he took a hatchet to the world economy, that solidified that in my mind, that he has his view of what he wants to do and he's going to do it.
Now, while we know that this isn't true, Trump can be bought. I always want to back it up with facts. And I want you to remember earlier this week when President Ramaphosa joked about gifting Trump a plane. Play that clip.
I'm sorry, I don't have a plane to give you.
I wish you did. I take it. I would take it. If your country offered the United States Air Force a plane, I would take it.
Okay. But
Yeah, okay. He's not going to because they don't have the money to give. Meanwhile, Unger Sargon continues to defend Trump. This is amazing by claiming his accomplishments outweigh the potential for bribery. I mean, I guess this is how MAGA justifies Trump's idiotic decisions. Play that clip.
What this is the appearance of something. So if somebody like you who's not convinced that he can't be bribed would look at this and say, look, I have no reason to believe him. And that is true. But what I'm balancing that with is everything else that he's done that I consider to be just epic, and only he could have done it, like the 10% global tariff that we now have that's generating billions of dollars in revenue, deporting gangbangers and Hamas supporters, defunding Harvard, securing the border. I mean, this is stuff that is so significant that it really does outweigh this appearance, especially given what I know. I will also
look, let me be clear. I finish off my Substack where I say, here's the bottom line. It's so appropriate, and I wrote it hours before even seeing this thing. Donald Trump is running the presidency like a damn crypto startup. High risk, no regulation, maximum extraction. Here's the crazy thing. He's not even pretending to separate public duty from private gain anymore. He just doesn't care. And the White House's defense? Fuck it. He's on break. My friends, this isn't just unethical. It's an insult to every American who believes the presidency should be a public trust, not a personal cash cow. But again, I'm going to ask you again, what did you expect? Trump never left the grift. He just put it on the blockchain this time. And as always, thanks for listening.
Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.